My daughter's name is Emily. She's 5. Smart, sweet, with a vivid imagination, like most kids her age. But what started as innocent play turned into something I still can't explain. And honestly, something I wish I'd never witnessed. It all began after we moved to a house on the outskirts of Portland. Quiet neighborhood, dead-end street, tall trees, distant neighbors. The house was old but well-kept, the kind of place you move into hoping to find peace. And for a while, we did. Then Emily started waking up in the middle of the night. First, that was all. She'd wake around 2 in the morning and sit up in bed, staring at the window. I'd find her like that, silent, eyes wide open, not crying, not even scared. When I asked what was wrong, she would just say, "Nothing, Daddy. I'm just waiting for him to come back." The first time, I figured it was just an imaginary friend. Kids make those up all the time. But it kept happening every night, always around the same time. 2:12, 2:16, 2:03. Never before 2. Never after 3. One night, I asked her directly who she was waiting for. She answered casually, like she was talking about what she had for lunch. "The man at the window." I asked what he looked like. "He's tall. He's always wet. And he wears a hat. He talks real quiet so he doesn't wake you up." My blood ran cold. I started leaving my bedroom door cracked open. Every night, I heard her little footsteps going to the window, and she'd just stand there, watching, whispering things I couldn't make out. One night, I decided to get up quietly. I walked to her door and peeked through the crack. Emily was sitting on the bed, facing the window, and there was someone outside, a dark silhouette, tall, motionless. Even with the window closed, with no lights on, I could see his face wasn't right. His head looked twisted. Something was dripping down his face. And the worst part? He was outside the second-story window. There was no balcony, no roof access there, nothing. I rushed into the room and turned on the light. The figure vanished instantly. Emily turned to me, annoyed. "Daddy, he leaves when you turn on the light." "Who is he, Emily?" "He doesn't want to hurt you. He just wants to talk." To me. That night, I installed a camera in her room. I didn't tell her. I mounted it in a high corner, angled toward her bed. I connected the monitor to my room. I just wanted to catch something, anything that could explain what was happening. On the third night, at 2:08 a.m., she got up, sat on the bed, stared at the window, and started talking. I could only see her on the monitor. The camera couldn't capture the window clearly. But I heard her voice. And lower, I heard another voice, raspy, deep, like it was coming from the bottom of a well. I ran to her room with my phone recording. When I entered, she was sitting with her eyes closed, smiling like she was dreaming. But the window, it had marks on the inside. 5 long, parallel scratches across the glass, like claws. In the days that followed, Emily started drawing. Page after page of the same image. A thin man, wearing an old hat, arms far too long, and eyes, if that's what they were, dripping like they were weeping black mud. She said his name was Mr. Hollow, that he lived in the time when the world was dark, and that he liked talking to kids because grown-ups don't listen right anymore. One night, I woke up to her laughing. That light, innocent laugh only little kids have. But then I heard something that froze me. Her laugh was being repeated. Exactly. By another voice, like someone trying to mimic it, without knowing how to laugh. That's when I knew we had to leave. I didn't care about losing money on the house or the move. I already knew that place wasn't safe. But when I tried to put the house on the market, the realtor told me it had happened before. 2 years ago, another owner tried to sell for personal reasons. The deal fell through. The house sat empty for a year. When I requested the property's records, I found out that back in the 1950s, the land used to be a small children's hospital. It burned down. Only 2 kids survived. The others didn't. On our last night before moving out, Emily hugged me and said something I still haven't forgotten. "Daddy, he's going to miss me, but he said he doesn't need the window to see me." I asked what she meant. She smiled and said, "He'll come in through where I dream. Since then, we sleep with the lights on." I changed states, changed phone numbers. But sometimes, in the middle of the night, I wake up and find Emily sitting on the bed, smiling at nothing. And it's not her smile anymore. One night, I left my phone recording near her bed, and I caught a whisper, soft, close, like it was right by her pillow. It said, "Now he's awake too."